With us now is Andy Presti, and he is with Presti and Naegeli.
That's correct. You pronounced it correctly.
Now, what happened to Naegeli?
Naegeli is not one who really takes well to sitting in front of the camera, so he is back in the office.
Now, you were saying earlier in the green room you run an accounting firm.
That's correct.
Right? So he's a typical accountant, and you're kind of like the mouthpiece of the
well,
organization?
No, we're both accountants, but okay. I'm a bit more comfortable teaching classes and doing these types of appearances than he is. He has many other qualities that we play off each other.
Well, make sure that you tell him that I said hello.
I will.
That he's here in spirit.
I will. He is.
Now, tell us what makes your organization just a little different. Like, what type of businesses are you looking to help?
Well, we're a full-service firm, and we truly form a partnership with our clients. A typical accounting firm, you would bring them in, I want to save taxes and prepare financials. We do that as well, since we're a full-service firm, but we also try to make a partnership with our clients and honestly help them make more money to pay more taxes. You know, nobody ever complained about paying taxes as long as they're making the money. So we try and look at the profitability and the practical side of running a business as opposed to simply, let's just figure out how to cut the tax bill and how to get the financial statements prepared. And
you were always an entrepreneur by birth, almost. You just kind of early on, I guess, I don't know if you had a paper route or whatever, but.
I had the paper route. I liked money early on. I liked the savings account. I started the firm when I was in college, so it's something I've always enjoyed business.
And then how do you grow your business now? What are ways that you feel that you're reaching out to the community?
Our business has grown basically by word of mouth.
Okay.
It started in 1982. We're now 35 people, and basically that growth has simply been by doing the right thing by our clients and having those clients refer friends and family, as well as hiring the right people. I have a staff that a lot of firms, when I talk to other accountants and I explain the type of staff we have, they really are impressed that we have staff that devoted to our firm. I mean, we have people who've been with us 25 years, 20 years, 18 years, 16 years.
It's like a family.
It absolutely is. And a lot of them enjoy the camaraderie of the office. A lot of them, after hours, are still with each other, drinking a little too much, but with each other. And
it's social. It's like you're all working together.
It is an absolute social firm, correct. It's a very, I like to think it's a very good work environment, and I've been told that. We've done blind surveys where the staff has filled out surveys, and that's been the one common denominator, that it's a great place to work.
And they're like, Andy's just way too nice, right? Is that what is that what you're getting back now?
Wayne's way too nice.
Now tell me about you know, capital gains and tax and all of these things that people, when they hear accountants, they just kind of like throw willy-nilly around.
Right. Well, we seem to be on the front page of the Journal every day. Nobody knows what's happening to the tax code, but there's one thing for sure: taxes are going up. You can't pay off a $16 trillion debt with lowering taxes. But again, that should not be the focus of business today. You should still concentrate on making money. If you make the money and you have to pay the tax, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, nobody wants to pay more than they should, but the focus should still be on growing your companies, growing your salary, figuring out how to make more money, figuring how to make more than you spend.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? Figuring out.
You would think it's pretty simple, but Congress hasn't figured it out. So it's.
Speaking about that, how do you feel about credit cards and the credit card industry? And I know that they were doing something with their interest rates and things like that, and they were putting caps on things. But do you feel like credit cards really help people spend more than they're making?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Credit card, you know, a credit card started as a convenience. A lot of them started as a short-term loan, but people will absolutely, I'll do it myself. If I have to pay cash for everything that I buy, I don't think I'd buy as much as I would that I buy now on the credit card. Even though we pay off our balance every month, right, and we charge everything in our office now simply to get the airline points. Right. But in general, credit cards have caused a problem.
So paying that off first.
Well,
right. I mean, because when you're looking at the accounting, when you're looking at somebody's balance sheet, even with their business and everything, and a business is spending more and more and more, and they're going into more and more and more debt, you know, it's not a viable business anymore.
Well, debt's not a problem. There isn't a business around that didn't have debt at one point or another. The best-run companies in America have debt. So debt isn't the problem. It's manageable debt. Just like on an individual level, taking on debt to buy a house, taking on debt for certain expenditures in life is not the problem. Taking on debt to buy an iPhone, taking on debt to take a vacation, buy sneakers, that's a problem.
Taking on debt to pay your taxes on the money that you were supposed to earn.
Taking on debt to pay taxes is a problem. So debt in itself is not the problem. Too much debt is the problem. Like even our government, you know, every government has debt. It's when it gets excessive is when you start to have a problem. It's a very simple rule. Just spend less than you earn.
Now, what are some of the classes that you teach when you do these like induction types of situations? Do you gather like 25 people together, or like what's the sweet spot in a presentation for you?
We also have a QuickBooks division that will help a business use their software more efficiently. So we've taught QuickBooks classes. I've personally taught tax classes. There really isn't a sweet spot. I mean, as an example, with businesses, people will start a business and they'll focus on, I'm going to incorporate it in Delaware. And I said, why? Well, I heard everybody incorporates in Delaware. I said, do you know why? They go, no. I'm going to save taxes. I says, no, you're not. So keep it simple. Form the most inexpensive entity in the beginning. You could always get more complicated as business picks up. Too many people focus on non-profitable expenditures in the beginning and the structures when they should be focused on making money.
I like that. Thank you very much. You're a very wise person.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you're helping lots of people out there.
Thank you.
And what is your website so people could get more information?
That's P as in Peter, N as in Nancy, tax.com.
Okay, P for Presti,
N for Nagely, tax for tax.com.
Got it. Thank you so much. Well, there you go. Andy Presti in the house on Live It Up. Stay tuned for more.